All right, my friend Amy, she joined us for Alpha last spring, right? And she's going to share a little bit about how that has affected her life and her faith and her family.
Thanks, Joanna. So Allison asked me if I'd be interested in talking about Alpha, and when she asked me that question, my first thought was, what on earth am I going to talk about? Because I don't really have any mind-blowing Jesus experience or overnight, story to share with you. But I spent some time talking with Allison and realized that I do have a story. I have lots of stories. And the story that I'm going to share with you this morning, it's not really struck by lightning, I found God overnight story, but more like a long-term, how I experienced life, lived through challenge and tragedy, and continue to grow in my faith kind of story. So there have been two significant events in my life that have really impacted me and tested my faith. Both have made me very angry with Jesus. They both made me ask why, and even doubt if Jesus even existed. My younger brother, Aaron, was killed in an accident, a motorcycle accident, when he was 22 by an inattentive driver. 16 years later, my husband, Josh, he died after an 18-month battle with stage 4 brain cancer. After Aaron's accident, I was in a pretty bad spot, and I quit Jesus for a while. Eventually, I came back, though, as a music and worship director at a church in Milwaukee. After Josh died, I was a young widow and a single mom here in Nashville, no family and very little support system. Before his diagnosis, I classified him as probably a casual Christian. After he was diagnosed and during the course of his illness, I watched him do a complete 180. I watched him grow deep in faith and closer to Jesus. I saw him meditate daily on the grace of God and prayers of healing. Me, on the other hand, I was pretty angry, and again, I wanted to quit. I'm not sure why I didn't, but instead, after he passed away, I found myself looking for a new church home, one that could be welcoming and supportive to myself and my daughter, Michaela. Coincidentally, one hot summer day, there was a group of village people handing out water bottles and business cards with preview services for the village. And that was on the corner of Nolensville and Concord. I happened to be at a stoplight. I took a water bottle, I took a card, and I came to the first service. One of the Alpha meetings focuses on how and when to pray. And there was a quote in that session from a former archbishop that said, "When I pray, coincidences happen. And when I don't, they don't." And I know this to be true. My job at Resurrection Lutheran Church, I think of as a coincidence of prayer. The dragonfly that appears out of nowhere, reminding me of my brother or Josh, and the village group handing out water bottles and business cards, I think of as a coincidence of prayer. My husband, Sean, a coincidence of prayer. I wanted to be part of Alpha because these teaser videos, they really intrigued me, and I wanted to learn more about it. I got more out of it than I expected. I got to have good meals with some pretty awesome people. Those people have become really good friends and very important in my journey. I got to talk to them about those deep questions and experience the Holy Spirit working within us. I looked forward to every week and was excited to share about each meeting with a coworker the next day at work. It doesn't matter if you're the best Christian you think you can be, if you're someone like me who has faith but still has questions, or a complete non-believer. If you want to know more, if you want to hear the stories, if you have questions and want to talk more about life, Jesus, prayer, and the Holy Spirit, or if you just want to have some good food with some good people and come see what this is about, come to Alpha. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And I'm pretty sure that me standing here now talking to you about Alpha and how it impacted me and that I'm going to be part of facilitating the upcoming session is just one more coincidence of prayer.